Adore Lipstick. So today I wanted to share with you some products that I've purchased over and over again. So I wanted to share these with you because I feel like on YouTube, YouTubers are sharing so many new products that they get that it's really hard to distinguish what are the products that YouTubers use over and over again that they absolutely love. So I wanted to share with you guys my absolute favorite products, the ones that I purchase over and over again. So first of all, I have a ton of primers to show you guys. I didn't realize how obsessed I was with primers until I went through my makeup collection to pull stuff for this video. I have two from e.l.f. First one is the e.l.f. Mineral Infused Face Primer. This is like a silicone based primer. It's really great to help fill pores. It's not as good as one of my other favorite pore filling ones, which is the Porefessional. Not as good as that, but I do really like it. It's a nice affordable option. The other one is the e.l.f. Hydrating Face Primer. I love this. It's really great for dry skin. I'm actually wearing it under my foundation today. Really just helps to get rid of like the rough dry patches on my face so that when I do put makeup over it, it doesn't look dry. So these are both like $6. You can get them at Target or the e.l.f. website. Now back to the Porefessional. This is one that I will continue to buy time and time again. It is my favorite pore filling primer. It works the best to fill my acne pitting. It's like divots that I have in my face from acne when I was younger. The next primer that I have is like my favorite hydrating primer out of all of these, and that's the Rimmel Fix and Perfect primer. This one it's a multi-action primer, so it says it smooths, resurfaces, brightens, mattifies, and protects. I don't really notice that it mattifies, but it does all the other stuff. And it's really, really hydrating. So I absolutely love it, especially for winter time when my skin feels super dry. Next up is the Smashbox Primer Water. This is the Photofinish Primer Water. I used an entire travel size of this, and when I was using it, I didn't really notice too much of a difference. But then when I ran out of it, I realized how much I really like the primer water. It's really, really hydrating, and I find that it makes my makeup look so much better each time that I use it. The last two primers I have are both from Almay. This first one is the Almay Smart Shade Perfect and Correct Primer. It's one of those primers that has like, it's got green and purple swirled in like a serum type of thing. What this does is it works for redness. So when my face is particularly red, this would correct the redness and my makeup just looked flawless on top. It's also super, super hydrating, so I loved this. And my favorite one from Almay is the Almay Smart Shade CC Luminous Primer. This is like it's a pink primer, so it comes out pink. And when you rub it into your skin, it has this gorgeous, well, let's see what this does. It has this gorgeous like luminous look to it. It makes your skin look beautiful, like naturally kind of glowy. It doesn't look pink like once you spread it out on your skin. You can see it doesn't look pink anymore, but it's just so beautiful and radiant looking underneath makeup. Really helps to add kind of like more of a satiny natural finish to any matte makeup. Next up, let's move along to setting sprays. First of all, this is the MAC Prep and Prime. This is not a setting spray. It works to make your makeup look less dry and cakey. Like if you use powders, it's gonna help take down the powdery look and make it look a lot more natural. So I love this. You can see I'm almost gone with it. I'm gonna have to get a new one. Love this stuff because as a dry skinned person, my face tends to look even more dry if I put powder on it. So this really helps take that down. It makes my face look a lot more like natural. My favorite setting spray that I've repurchased is the Urban Decay Chill Makeup Setting Spray. It's the cooling and hydrating setting spray, so for dry skin, it's wonderful. Now, as far as foundations that I am obsessed about, this one I purchased like a million times. And this is actually a BB cream. This is the Dream Pure BB Cream 8-in-1 Beauty Balm. This one is the one that has salicylic acid in it. It's an acne treatment. But I love this because it's a nice lightweight foundation. It's not full coverage at all. It's like very light sheer coverage. But I love it in the summertime when I don't want to wear a ton of makeup, but I just want to even out my skin tone. It's so, so nice. And it only comes in like a few shades. This is the light sheer tint, and you guys see how pale I am. This one works pretty darn well. Next up is another drugstore foundation that I love. This is the True Match Lumi foundation. I love this. I really like satiny finish foundations that look a little bit more dewy. I find that that looks a lot more natural on my skin. This is one of my favorites because it doesn't emphasize any of the texture on my face, like here, and it's got a really nice buildable medium coverage, and I just think it's like such a wonderful formula. It's not drying at all. It's one of my absolute favorites from the drugstore. And as far as high-end foundations, a very similar foundation to that I am obsessed with and I will repurchase time and time again. I wore it on my wedding day. Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. If you guys have seen my video about how I save on luxury brand items, I'll link that up above if you haven't. But I get this from the website fragrancenut.com for $20 cheaper than Sephora price. It's such a beautiful, gorgeous satiny finish. Makes your skin look natural, but yet has good coverage. I wouldn't call this full coverage at all. It's like a medium coverage, I'd say. Not overly buildable. You can still see freckles and stuff through the foundation, so, but I am a huge fan just because it's got such a beautiful radiant finish. It's just gorgeous. Next up, my favorite concealer that I keep repurchasing time and time again is the NYX HD Studio Photogenic Concealer. This one is in CW01 Porcelain. It is a little bit darker than my natural skin tone, but when I blend it out, it doesn't really make a difference. I am wearing it today and you can't really tell, but I really like this. It's very, very similar to the Urban Decay concealer. A little bit less coverage, I'd say, but it's got that same kind of like really creamy, non-drying texture, which I love about it. And it also really helps to brighten up the under eyes. Even though it's not quite the right shade, it does have kind of like a satiny finish to it. So it makes your under eyes look a lot brighter. Huge fan of this, and it's so cheap. Next up, two eyelid primers that I keep buying. First of all is the e.l.f. eyelid primer. I used to hate this. Now I absolutely love it. This one is great for keeping your eyeshadow in place all day. However, it doesn't really cancel out anything on the eyelids. So if you have like veiny eyelids, it's not going to cancel that out for you. This is mostly just to keep your eyeshadow in place. However, this one is my favorite. This is the Painterly Paint Pot from MAC. I'm sure you guys have heard about this. This one does blank out the eyelids, so if you have like deep blue veins or anything like that, this will get rid of them. This one or Soft Ochre. Painterly is the one for people with kind of like pink undertones, and Soft Ochre is for yellow undertones. Next up is one of my favorite drugstore blushes. You guys have probably heard me talk about them. It's the CoverGirl Classic Color blushes. This one that I have here is in number 570. It's called Natural Glow. It looks very, very lackluster in the pan, but it's a beautiful kind of like nude blush with a little bit of, I wouldn't even say shimmer. It's like micro shimmer. You can barely tell it's in there. When it's on the face, it gives the face a beautiful glow right here on the cheek. Next up, I have three mascaras that I buy time and time again. First one is the Maybelline Great Lash Mascara in Blackest Black. This, again, was like one of the first mascaras I ever owned. I love this for the lower lash line. It's got a nice, smaller brush. It's not super small, but it's small-ish. And it really, like, combs out the lower lashes and makes them look really nice and long and full. Another mascara that I love is the MAC Extended Play Lash Mascara. This one as well is great for the bottom lashes, but I also love it on the top lashes as well. I find that it makes my lashes look super, super full and thick. I love this because it holds a curl, it doesn't flake. It's one of the longest lasting mascaras I own. And lastly, another drugstore one is the CoverGirl Super Sizer Mascara. This is, or was, super hyped up when it came out. Really is a great mascara because it lengthens and volumizes at the same time. Some other eye things here are, first of all, this MAC Chromographic Eye Pencil in NC15 NW20. This I use all the time on my lower waterline to, it's a nude pencil. So what it does is it pretty much color corrects the lower waterline for me. I have a very like pink lower waterline, so when I put this on there, it just makes it like a flesh color and it makes my eyes look a lot brighter, makes me look more awake. I love this because it's the only one I found that's lasted all day, doesn't transfer or anything, and it just stays. It's fantastic. As far as eyeshadow, I don't have many. I really only have one to show you because for the most part I use palettes and I don't really repurchase the same palette because I just never go through them. But this is the Beauty for Real pencil, or like crayon I have got quite a few of these, I think like 3 or so, and it's just like a beautiful cream crayon, and it's so easy just to draw this on your eye and blend it out either with your finger or a brush, and that's all you need to do. It looks gorgeous, and I love the texture of these. They're so creamy, super blendable, love them. Next up is a brow pencil that I buy constantly. I absolutely love this. This is my favorite brow pencil. This is the BH Cosmetics Studio Pro brow pencil. It's a really small, fine tipped pencil. It's so tiny, and it's really great to get those nice hair strokes in there. It is what's in my eyebrows today. I just really like it. It is a harder pencil, so it's not super creamy, but yet it's not difficult to work with. It's not like painful on your eyebrows. It also comes with a spoolie on the other end, which is really nice. And these are only $5.50 on the BH Cosmetics website. So I don't wear false lashes very often, but when I do, I tend to repurchase these same ones. These are the Ardell Curvy lashes. They are my favorite lashes because they're really long on the outside, but then they taper inward. It gives the eyes a really nice like cat eye effect, which is great for my hooded eyes because it makes my eyes look lifted on the end here. And then lastly, the Real Techniques sponge. This sponge I buy over and over again. I like it better than the Beauty Blender. I think it's because I like the shape better and the size. I love that there's a flat edge here, and I also really like how big it is. It's easier to hold, and I like the texture a little bit better. I'm just a big fan of these, and they're so much cheaper. You get a pack of 2 for like $7 or something. I just get mine from Walmart because it's the cheapest place to get them. So that is my favorite products that I have purchased over and over again. Please let me know down in the comment section below if you have products that you absolutely love and buy all the time. Let me know what those are down below. I would love to check them out. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.